Hello, I am your host, Katrina of the Living with Disability podcast, and thank you for listening. I am here to share with you all about World Brain Day, which happened annually on July 22nd. And yes, this this podcast episode is one day late, but it's never late to bring awareness to any topic. So here I go. As if you've already heard my story in the previous um, episode, I'm I also have a seizure uh, condition, and that fits right along with this topic here. Now, when it comes to our brain, and this isn't just based on disability, because there are non-disabled people out there, and anything can happen to their brain as well. And that can also make them, if I have the right term, living under the disability umbrella. Yes, conditions fall under the disability umbrella. And therefore, it is very important to be educated, is number one, to be very educated in a lot of things in regards to whether you've gone to school to pursue in whatever major that you may have gone to school for, but also, like myself, I have some college experience. I am not completely finished with college, so therefore, the information that I do share, I research. And my information that I share with you must not be taken as professional advice because I am not a professional. So, therefore, allow me to get into today's topic. All right. So, remember, I am not a professional. So, you take the information however it comes off to you. It is very important to keep the main organ alive that is up in our heads, up here, that helps us, think clearly. Anything can happen to it. Anything. Like I've shared, and I will only share tidbits of my story. When I was 9 months old, yes, I was in an automobile accident. And from that automobile accident, I have seizures. And yes, seizures there are different forms of different types of seizures. Mine's, and I will be open about this, they're grand mal seizures. Um, and I will share this because until like recent, not like as of yesterday, but it was more recent that I found out my warning signs. And yes, sometimes people who have seizures, they don't come with warnings. And some people who have them are fully aware when they're happening and when they stop. In my case, and thank God that I haven't had a seizure for a very long time. I pray that I no longer have them, but if they happen, I'm fully, fully, I'm in proper care, if that's the proper word for it. So I do take medication for it. And so the last seizure that I had, and I was told, and this is how I remember it, it was July 13th of 2016. Um, I, you know, got I was playing a video game, which I'll talk about that after I'm done with my story. Um, I was playing a video game and decided, okay, I'm finished. I'm going to go up to my room and I'm going to take a nap. I was tired that after playing the video game. And so it happened, my seizure activity happened in my sleep. When I woke up, or when I came back to reality, or I'm going to say reality, okay? When my brain decided it wants to come back to reality, I woke up in the ER. And because from what I know is I was uh, in my bed and I was resting. That was my last memory. So when I became aware of where I was at, thank goodness and thank God and thanks to my guardian, who is my mother, was there. And of course, there were doctors and there was a nurse and everything. They were there. So that's how I I do know now what to look out for. And thank goodness and thanks to God that I haven't had any. But I also have to learn to limit certain things. And this is where I will come in to share with you all that if you do not, I repeat, if you do not have a seizure condition, that these following things can cause them. So, yes, everybody needs to be put on a time limit, or give yourself a time limit when you're on these devices. And here we go. If you are a video gamer, yes, I love video games. That I do. I haven't played a video game since 2018. I haven't, seriously, I haven't. Those playing video games and can cause seizure activities. Do make sure that when you're playing your video games, to give yourself a time limit. All right? Anything like no watching the little, like there is a game called Spiral. Does anybody know that little, I don't even know what type of character it is, but he has like these little bright colors. Yes, that was a fun game back then. You have to pay attention, read the manuals. They even tell you in the video game itself. When you open your little game to put in the little CD to play it, whatever device that you're playing on, it doesn't matter if it's a PS1, PS2, PS5, PS4. No, I'm not going in order. Or an Xbox, or an Xbox One, or a Nintendo Switch, or anything like that. Make sure that you read your pamphlet, that the book that you get with it, and also, I must, must, must bring this up now because it cannot sink. It cannot sink. I like to use the the this thing here, the water and oil. No, I'm not about to give you a recipe, but I'm going to use this term. And I hope that you see it as clear as I am trying to 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 give you know, relay it. Another thing, when it comes to our brains, it's not about what we do on the outside, you know, keeping our brains healthy. It's also what we do, what we put into our bodies. And the one main thing is alcohol. No, I do not drink alcoholic beverages. I do not like the taste. I've had tasted a couple, not my cup of tea. But there are people who do. And it's why it is best to drink responsibly. It is why it is best to not get behind the wheel when you're out partying or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're going to be out, make sure that you either sober up, meaning let it, release itself before you decide to get, hey, I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to drive. Let's not be selfish. Let's not be selfish. And let's be responsible. Go with a partner, a friend. That partner or your friend will be your designated driver. Remember to keep your brain healthy. Once again, remember to keep your brain healthy and do what is best to feed up here because it is very, very, very important. With that being said, you guys, remember, let's push this aside and focus more on the ability here at Living with Disabilities. Until next time, have a great day.